Narcissists are hypocrites. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa, and in this video, I want to talk about how narcissism and hypocrisy go hand in hand. Now, if you've ever been involved with a narcissist, you know that what they say and what they actually do are two completely different things. Their words simply don't match their actions. They have a set of rules that apply to others, but they don't apply to them. They have standards that they expect others to live up to, especially you, but they don't live up to these same standards. They're hypocrites. My ex-narc would preach to me and other people about the importance of staying present, living in the present moment. He would often reference Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now, which stresses the importance of not dwelling in the past and focusing on the here and now. And I can honestly say I've never met anyone more consumed by their past. Never. He spoke of his past constantly, the same stories over and over again, his past experiences, his past relationships, his past achievements. And of course, he would bring up something in the past, in my past, that he would throw at me when he was angry, or when he wanted to stir up some drama, or when he wanted to just use something I had shared with him against me in order to hurt me. If I brought up an issue that had occurred just days before, such as a conflict that had yet to be resolved, he would immediately say, "Why are you bringing up the past?" And then right after that, he'd bring up something that occurred months or even years before. It's crazy. Narcissists have a selective memory. They remember every wrong ever done to them, every perceived wrong ever done to them, anything wrong they feel you did or you said. But you bring up something they did or they said yesterday, and you're going to be mad out to be the bad guy who can't move on from the past and is constantly throwing it in their face. And this is the narcissist projection, projecting onto you whatever it was that they did. My ex-narc used to make fun of people who used online dating sites. He'd actually laugh at them, calling them pathetic and bragging that he never used these sites. But of course he was using these sites, and not just one. The narcissist will tell you they believe in monogamy, but yet they'll cheat on their partners. They claim to believe in equality and equal rights, to dislike racism, prejudice, sexism. But you're going to hear them use racial slurs, and they'll make disparaging remarks about the opposite gender. They'll tell you that they value honesty, integrity, and truth. And while they do value these qualities in others, they're not honest. They have no integrity, and they wouldn't know truth if it bit them in the backside. They expect full disclosure from you, but you're never going to get that from them. And though they may appear to be an open book and completely transparent, they're anything but. They're going to tell others only what they want them to know, and this includes their spouse or their partner. I can't even recall how many times the ex-narc told me how much he hated drama, how much he hated arguing, and that he hated screaming and yelling. Yet I never had as much drama or arguing in my life as I experienced in the relationship with him, not before or since. I never had anyone in my life ever scream and yell at me the way he did. And he told me he'd never had a relationship with anyone that was constantly screaming and yelling until he became involved with the girlfriend that he had before me. And of course now he says that about our relationship. I now know that him going off on one of his screaming rants, which happened on multiple occasions, this happened in every relationship he's ever had, every single one. Now, the narcissist may also claim to be a religious person or a spiritual person, yet you will never see one of them follow the golden rule of do unto others as you would have them do unto you. They may believe in the idea of karma, that what goes around comes around, but certainly they don't apply this principle to their own lives, and it's pretty obvious considering how they treat other people. My ex-narc told me that his former girlfriend destroyed old photos of his, and he told me how upsetting and heartless that was of her to do, and I honestly don't know if this really happened, but it's what he told me. And he said that he could never destroy someone's precious memories like that. But he destroyed my family portraits. He destroyed items that were precious to me. He even destroyed my own father's ashes and his urn. And there's more about that story in another video. I've dropped the link in the description box. Narcissists who co-parent with their exes will publicly state to others that parents shouldn't badmouth the other parent to the child, that children should not be used as pawns. But that's exactly what they will do. My ex-narc spoke horribly about his son's mother to other people, to me, and to his son. And all the while, he condemned that same behavior in other people. He used to complain that the former girlfriend could not take advice from anyone. No matter how many different people gave her the same exact advice, she wouldn't listen. She always thought she knew best, and she was always right. My God, well, he was actually talking about himself. There were many other people that called him a narcissist and that said he had a pattern of abusive behavior and said to him that he was controlling and demanding. I wasn't the first person who said these things. And not once did he even consider there just might be a little bit of truth in what they said, since most of these people didn't even know each other. And this is why there is currently no cure for narcissistic personality disorder, or NPD, because the first step in changing behavior is recognizing the need for change. And narcissists don't think they need to change. They don't believe there's anything wrong with them. It's always the fault of other people around them. They see the twig in someone else's eye, yet they can't get the log out of their own. And the more you know about narcissism and narcissistic behavior, the more you come to notice that almost everything the narcissist says is the opposite of that. Whatever they say they are, they're not. Whatever they say they're not, they are. Whatever they're accusing others of doing or saying, well, that's what they're doing and saying. They have very little to no trust in other people because they know they can't be trusted. The narcissist has a huge sense of entitlement. They believe the rules don't apply to them because they're special. The ex-narcissist in my life carried on an affair when he was married to his second wife. And when he told her about the affair, which he had to since he had gotten his affair partner pregnant, and his wife was confronting him on this behavior, he threw in her face that she was dating a married man when he met her. Now, he had no problem with that when he met her. It didn't keep him from dating her. It didn't keep him from marrying her, but it was something he threw back at her as a way of justifying his own indiscretion. And of course, diverting her attention off of what he did. Because of course, to him, that new relationship, that new supply was so special. It was fate and destiny had brought them together. Of course, that relationship ended miserably. Just as miserably, if not more so, than his marriage did. Just as miserable as his first marriage did. Just like his marriage to me. But they don't see their own patterns. Narcissists don't recognize their own faults or their own bad behavior, because to them, nothing is ever their fault and they're never to blame. The longer you're with the narcissist, the more you will see the inconsistencies and the hypocrisies. The longer you're with them, the more you see that the rule book they wrote only applies to you. They are exempt from these rules. So what inconsistencies did you notice with the narcissist? What kind of hypocritical things did you hear or did you see? Let me know what your experience was with this. Thank you so much for taking the time to listen. Please like, subscribe, and share this with others whom you feel it may benefit. And may you all have a blessed day.